Good morning. It's about 5 a.m. while I record this. It's sunny and bright. I hope the weather is great for my wolf pack, no matter where they prowl today. Let's get into today's morning walk. Tubb is a regular contributor, host and financial commentator for the UK-based political and cultural podcast platform, the Lotus Eaters. Who is Tubb? Professional background. Before entering political commentary, he spent 20 years working as a venture capitalist and investment fund manager in London. He officially retired from corporate asset management in 2020. Core topics covered. On the platform, he specializes in macroeconomics, global finance, geopolitics, AI developments, Bitcoin, and central bank digital currencies. Notable content series: Brokenomics, a series focusing on systemic economic issues, market collapses, and financial survival. Chronicles. Now, over to Dan.
The Bataclan attacks in France some 11 years ago were perhaps one of the most horrific attacks to take place. I mean, we've had so many horrific attacks take place in Europe. The truck attacks, the car attacks in the Christmas markets, but even amongst a world of absolute horrors and absolute carnage which has been fostered upon the European people as a result of the enforced multiculturalism, the Bataclan attacks truly stand out even amongst the rest of them. A group of gunmen went into a crowded concert venue where a rock band was playing. It was absolutely packed. There were very limited exits. A group of gunmen went in there and killed 130 people, and many hundreds more were seriously wounded. And it's not just that these attacks were horrific and that people were killed and wounded. The level of brutality was suppressed for a long time. We are talking torture and mutilation, the most depraved acts that you can imagine a person committing upon another person. I can't really on a channel like this go into what was done to some of those people, but it was torture and mutilation. It was utterly, utterly horrific. And of course, the leaders of Europe were keen to suppress those details for as long as they could. I don't even think I can show you the one photo which is almost sanitized enough for a mainstream YouTube channel like this, of the cleanup after the Bataclan murders, where you just see a picture of the main floor of the venue with bodies and blood everywhere, bodies of young people who turned up. But no, those gunmen went in there, they sealed the exits and they took their time. They absolutely delighted in the suffering, and it was intense suffering that they caused to the people who were at their mercy. People were pretending to be dead, hiding under bodies, shutting themselves away in storage rooms and toilets, desperate to escape the utter carnage of what happened. And as horrific as it was, the European authorities have decided that actually it was just a bit of a whoopsie. One of the main planners is being released from jail after 11 years. I'll introduce you to Mohamed Bakali. Maybe I could be getting that wrong. The justice system in Belgium, well, he was a French case, but he was extracted from Belgium, and part of the deal was that he'd serve his sentence in Belgium. But the Belgian authorities have already started granting him leave from prison. He managed to father a child on one of those visits and will swiftly be granted paternity leave from prison. 130 people will never get to grow up. Young people will never get to grow up and have children of their own. I don't know how many of the several hundred wounded are even capable of bearing children now, given some of the things that were done to the people in the Bataclan theater. But no, this man, the man on your screen here, he's kept in a separate category for the European elite. He's a class of person that does not need to be held to the highest standards, and so already
He's being let out of prison on leave because apparently good behavior.